Hello, everyone. I believe we are now live. Excited to have everyone here today for Strength and Opening 101. Today's going to be the opening class, so we'll be doing a little bit of strength work here and there, but a lot of it's going to be focused on opening. So today we're going to be going through a spinal warm up, so what it looks like to open up the spine, and then right after we start doing a little bit of spinal work, we're going to get right into some hip mobility. So let's go ahead and find ourselves a wall for our spinal work. So anyone who's new to spinal uh, patterns and coordination and opening, the very first thing that I suggest as a spinal pattern that people can start off with is spinal waves. So why spinal waves? What are spinal waves? Spinal waves is pretty much the opportunity for you to be able to segment each vertebrae at a time. So as I'm going through what is a spinal wave, I want to be able to separate each vertebrae, and what that allows for is one, more coordinated pattern work, so that like whenever I want to move my spine, I have the coordination in my body to kind of know where my spine is in space. But two, it also starts letting each vertebrae do its part um, in movement rather than just us overusing one segment of our back when we bend to pick something up. It'll help evenly distribute the forces amongst the entire spine. So with that being said, I do about 20 to 30 minutes of spinal work every morning. I suggest start off with a gentle practice. We're going to just do a 5-minute warm-up, and this can be something that you can incorporate every morning, and you'll see how just 5 minutes every morning over the course of 30 days will allow you to start organizing and feeling different parts of your spine that you didn't even know existed. So let's go ahead and get started. So as I come to the wall, what I'm going to do is find myself about finger distance. So I mean, my wrists are on my hips, and I want just my finger away from the wall. Standing up nice and tall, I'm going to go down the spine by giving certain cues of what touches the wall. So I start off, my nose is going to touch the wall, and as my nose touches the wall, I try my best not to let any part of my body move except for the parts that have to. So I lean forward, it's mostly coming from the neck here, nose touches the wall, and then I move to chin. From chin, I'm going to move to sternum, so lower ribs, stomach, hips, and then I restart. So let's try it again. We're going to go nose, chin, sternum, ribs, stomach, hips. As my hips leave the wall, my nose comes towards the wall. It's like a counterbalance. While my hips are touching, my nose is very far away. And then as my hips come under, my nose comes forward. And we restart. Nose, chin, sternum, lower ribs, stomach, hips. If you're newer to this, really take your time. Let's just go nice and slow. We'll do 60 more seconds here. If you're if you've already spent 2-3 weeks trying this, then I would suggest you can start letting it feel more like a wave. Otherwise, really segment every single part. Nose, chin, chest, ribs, stomach, hips, nose, chin, sternum, lower ribs, stomach, hips. Let's do 3 more. Just going at your own pace. All right, perfect. So right there, we use the wall to kind of get ourselves a little bit of an understanding of the spinal wave. Now we're just going to go ahead and try another minute, but this time do it while just staying close to the wall without actually touching it. So if I can just demonstrate, it looks pretty much the same, except as I'm doing it, let me get a little better of a view here. I'm going to keep myself 1 inch away from the wall. So here I am, and I'm just going to go almost touch and just start creating a wave. Almost touch. And the first day, if this is your first day, it's going to just feel uncomfortable. You're going to be like, what am I doing with my body? That's okay. It's something that just slowly starts to get a little more coordinated with each time you try. So we're going to do a solid minute. Let's do 2 minutes actually. And I'm going to set a timer for us for 2 minutes. Look at that. My kitty is here. She is excited to see me, I think. All right, let's start it off. 2 minutes, spinal waves, see how it feels. If you have to touch the wall still, because it's your first time, feel free to touch the wall. Breathing the whole time as we're starting to warm up the spine. Seeing if you can really exaggerate your spinal waves here. All right. And that is 2 minutes. So spinal waves, again, that's just one pattern. If you spend 2 to 3 minutes in the morning just discovering this very pattern, there's a lot you can uncover with it. And then you can just do the reverse, hips to head. I just wanted to start touching on these topics because there's just so many benefits in our spinal waving that it's hard to kind of fit into one class why we do them. But every time I'll try to give a little bit more of an insight as to the benefits behind it. Let's go ahead and move right into some hip mobility. So today we're going to be starting off with our Cossack squat, kind of like where we left off. And then we're going to be going a little deeper this time around into some hamstring opening because we didn't get to touch as much on that. So Cossack squat, setting it up, legs are twice the width of our hips, and you're just going to place all the weight in one leg, heels stay on the ground as you bend down. So because it's our first time opening up or trying to open the hips for the day, we're going to just do very gentle reps, 10 reps, nice and gentle. Don't go as deep as you can. This is just going to be to get a small opening. So maybe halfway. 1, 2, 3. Then you can slowly go a little deeper, but you don't want to go too deep this time around. Just get to the point where you're feeling a slight motion here. 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is number 10. Great. Now moving into a nice deeper range, we're going to do another 10 each side. This time, setting ourselves up for that 10-second hold. 10 reps, 10-second hold on the last one. It's our first set. Stay relaxed with it. We don't have to go as deep as possible. If it feels open to go that deep, feel free to. But just also, listen to our bodies as we go ahead and try this. So 10 reps. Coming down. 1. Control the descent. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. And last one, 10-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Other side, 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trying to keep your back as straight as possible. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Control the descent. 10-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pushing up. If you're using your hands to push yourself up, that's a good sign that you're going too deep. You want to be able to control whatever level of depth you're entering. So really try to maintain the integrity of coming in and out. All right. Let's go ahead and take a small break. 30 seconds. And then we're going to just do second set, Cossacks. Goal of today is we're going to try and hit 4 exercises, 5 if we have time, but I think we'll only do 4. 3 sets each. So 3 sets, 4 exercises, and seeing how that feels for today. So we're about to hit second set of the first exercise. These 4 exercises are some of my favorite ones. I've shown them before in other classes, and they're just a really good starter set for opening up the hips. All right. Coming into the second set, starting off with the right leg. Same formula as we're going to be using the whole time. 10 reps, 10-second hold on the last one. Okay, let's start it off. 1. At this point, you should feel a little looser in the legs. Let me know if you guys have questions. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Oh no, my kitty's back. 9. 10-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back up. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more, 8, 2 more, 9, and last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. Setting ourselves up for 45-second break. We'll do 1 minute. 1 minute break between each exercise. How's it feeling? Has your Cossack squat improved since our very first hip opening day? Or has it been feeling like this is a really challenging one for you? Cossack squat, I think, deserves a lot more love than it gets. It's just such a great functional movement to start seeing how open is somebody's hips. Are they somebody who is it somebody who can, find themselves coming into end ranges and of their middle thigh, and it's a really good place to start for middle split training. So people who are looking to access their middle splits, Cossack squats are usually the first thing I start them off with, and then we go into more intermediate advanced work like horse stance and eventually isometric middle split holds. So let's go ahead, third set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, other side. 1, up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, last one, 10-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! 1 minute. So that was a great one to get the middle thigh. The next targeted tissue we're going for are the hamstrings. So we're going to try and open those up. First, my friends who've been coming, you know that this next one is one of my favorites. We're going to be exploring single limb good morning. So for the single limb good morning, while we're on our break, we want our right leg locked, left leg is going to be 1 inch off the ground. So right leg is locked, left leg is 1 inch off the ground, and you're going to maintain that left leg to be 1 inch off the ground at all times. And from here, keeping the spine straight, you're going to just fold forward, coming right back up. What do you want, kitty? Alright, let's start off this set. Set 1, keeping the leg straight, our right leg straight. Left leg is going to be hovering 1 inch. We're going to do 10 reps with a 10-second hold on the last. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, other side. 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, 10-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. 1 minute break. I'm going to see if my kitty wants to go outside. Maybe that's why she's constantly coming in. Yep, she's an outdoor cat. Loves being outdoors whenever she can, so whenever she starts coming in and meowing like that, I know that she either A, wants some cuddles, or B, wants to spend some time outside. So as we're doing this posture here, just making sure that at all times we're keeping the spine lengthened, as straight as we can. I'm going to check if anyone has any questions. All right. Coming into the second set for the hamstring, do not let the back curve. Keep the right leg locked. Knee is locked, coming down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, going into that deep stretch zone. 9, last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. Opening the hip, 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. That is 2 sets. We're going to get a third in right after. If you are new to this type of hip opening, expect to be sore. A lot of people think that the best ways to develop mobility is through passive stretching. That has time and time again been shown in research to be false. That is not the best way for us to gain hip opening, because hip mobility consists of a number of factors. Mobility doesn't only consist of longer muscles, which is what a lot of people think mobility is. Like if you lengthen the muscle, you have open muscles, therefore you are mobile. However, you also need the ability to have strength in these ranges. So being able to get into end range, so like if you imagine my hamstring, it's opening up, 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 and then I have to be able to close it with my own strength. So the goal is that I'm strengthening my end ranges, and that's what's going to open my tissue. But not only do I now have open hips, but I have strength in the hips to access that openness. And that's what the definition of mobility is having the strength to access that motion in a coordinated fashion. And we haven't really discussed much about coordination in these classes. Yeah, maybe a little couple drills here and there. But that's also something that just kind of comes from some of the movements we're doing right now. It takes coordination to do a good Cossack squat. It takes coordination to do a good single and good morning. Let's do our third set, and we'll keep talking about it. If people have questions, let me know. Bending right here, the left leg, right leg, lock the knee, 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Goodness, that burns. Even to this day, I've done hundreds of these. Because every time I get a little deeper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more. 9. Last one, 10-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. 10 seconds. 1 minute break. So we've so far opened up our middle thigh, aka our adductors. The adductors are the muscles within our thigh right here that help us bring our leg in, right? So these muscles help us bring our leg in, so the way to stretch them out is to do the opposite by bringing the leg out. So when we're doing our Cossack squat, that was to open up our adductors. Then we did our posterior chain, the back side. So these are back here. My posterior chain consists of my glutes, my hamstrings, and my calves. Everything in the back. And all of that was opened up through the single limb good morning. That's why I love that movement pattern, because it's going to target so many tissues. Next, we're moving into the anterior chain, which is going to be the hip flexors, the quads, and the tibialis anterior in the shin. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to do diagonal stretches. So for those of us who are new to diagonal stretch, I'm going to walk us through it. So the diagonal stretch is when you come into a lunge position. Before we can even go through the diagonal stretch, we need a good lunge. So let's talk about a good lunge. So a good lunge is set up where my legs are in a split entrance. I can bend the front leg if I do so please. And if I do want some good aesthetics, I usually suggest keeping the knee over the ankle. However, that's something that is optional. That's just something that can be a good cue. However, you won't be doing any structural damage if you're not there. From here, I really want my pelvis underneath me. So a lot of people get into an anterior tilted pelvis with their lunges, especially in yoga. They like to do this kind of thing where they have this arch in their low back. That's actually compromising the ability to utilize the stretch. So the best way you're going to get this is by pulling in the stomach and tightening the glutes. So tighten your right glute. It's because I say right glute because my right leg is back. So whichever leg is back, tighten that glute and pull in the stomach. And that'll bring your hips in neutral. So bring your hips under you. Doing that, you'll feel the stretch right away, like ×3. So find yourself in this position. This is a lunge. Now we're going to talk about the diagonal stretch. For those of you who've already done it, you're like, I know where this is going. So from here, I'm going to bring my right arm. Whichever leg is back, it's going to be the same arm across the chest. So my right leg is back, so my right arm is across my chest. With that being said, now my left hand is going to reach for my right ankle. And I go as low as I can. So if I can only touch my hamstring, then just touch there. If you can get down to the calf, get down to the calf. If you can get to the heel, get to the heel. I don't mind if the legs bend to touch the heel. Eventually you want them to bend less. So let's go ahead and start it off. We're going to do 10 reps by 10-second hold on the last one. Going into our lunge position. Get your hips neutral. My left leg is back, so my left arm is across my chest. We're going to go for 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! That right there is intense. Keep your feet right where they're at and just turn around. That way we're getting even on both sides. 10 reps, 10-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, 1 minute rest. Whew. So the program we're doing right now, I would suggest doing it twice a week. You actually don't need to do this level of intensity every single day. That would actually not give your tissues enough time to repair, and you would tear something. So twice a week is a good place to start. 3 times a week at most, and you can open your hips every day. But what opening my hips every day looks like is just gentle movement near like about 60% of end range. So I do 5 to 10 minutes of hip opening every day. So I'm always like I said, every day I'll do just like some gentle Cossacks, and then like some gentle open squats, some like rotation, some good lunge work, and it mostly looks like yoga for me when I do that. But when I'm doing movement like this, where we're really opening, closing, end ranges to gain strength, you can't do that too often. This is something, like I said, 2 to 3 times a week. All right, that's a minute. Let's go ahead and hit the second set. Right arm across the chest because my right leg is back. Right arm across the chest because my right leg is back. Left hand is going to touch for the right ankle. Let's go 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! All right, 1 minute break. Whew. Shake it out, shake it out. We have one more set of this exercise, and then we're going to do one last hip opener for today. That'll be a total of 4 exercises, 3 sets each. No joke. That is no joke. Yeah, I guess what I've been learning more and more about hip mobility, the more I've entered it from a safe perspective, I've learned that there is no such thing as a 30-day to split program. I see them flash on my Instagram every day, and I cannot, at this moment, maybe I'll change my mind in the years to come, but at this moment, I have not seen any research that suggests a safe way to do a split is by trying to open up tissue in 30 days that you've never touched in your entire life. So, meaning that if you had a split once in your body and you lost it, then maybe I could see somebody creating a 30-day program to reset your tissue back into that position. But me, I never did a split until like a month or 2 ago, and even now my splits they can use a lot of work. But it took me about 6 to 7 months to get mine, and there's no rush. There's just absolutely no rush with this stuff. All right, let's get the third set in, which is a big theme in a lot of the movements we learn, is that we're just here to enjoy the process of moving our body and getting small gains and having goals. Let's go ahead. So my right leg is back, left leg is back, left arm is across the chest, and right hand is going to reach back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. Right leg is back, right arm across the chest. 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, 10-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! All right. Let's give ourselves that 1 minute well-deserved break. And then we're going to come into the last exercise for hip opening. But what I was saying was there's no rush because it never ends, this process of movement. You never get it. Like you might think, how long does it take for me to get a handstand? When do you call it that you have a handstand? Do you call it when you have a 5-second handstand? Do you call it when you have a 30-second handstand? Some people don't call it until they have a 60-second handstand, where they can hold it for an entire minute. And guess what happens when you hit the 60-second mark? You're going to probably want to hit the 90-second mark. So what I've just been learning as I've been getting to explore different movements is, there's no real obligation to the goal. We just it's a good way to pass time, to learn about your body, to get the chance to explore what it means to maintain function and even progress. So just a deeper layer to some of the practice that we're showing today. So this last movement we're going to be doing, these are straddle waves. If you already know what that is, go ahead and grab yourself whatever platform you need. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to go ahead and explain that for you. So I'm going to use some yoga blocks just to explain. You can use anything. Whoops, there goes my yoga blocks. You can use anything to find yourself on a higher surface. You might not even need any yoga blocks. It depends how open your hips already are. So what a straddle stretch or straddle wave is to set you up to get ready for your pancakes. Pancakes is when you're able to get your whole body down to the floor. Why do I need yoga blocks underneath me? I need yoga blocks underneath me if I cannot keep my spine straight while sitting on the floor. I started off with 4 yoga blocks underneath me, so I was about this high. And then I finally got down to 3, 2, 1, and now I don't need yoga blocks underneath me. However, I still can't do a full pancake. It just takes time for me. It's taking time for me to get there, but there's no rush. So anyways, with that being said, so the way we do this is you find whatever platform is comfortable for you. My first set, I'll just show with 2 yoga blocks because I'm here. What I like to do is wave my spine down and then reach forward and back up. Okay? So letting our legs come into this nice straddle position. I'm going to dig my heels into the ground. And then I wave my spine down, reach forward, rise back up. That's 2 reps so far. We're going for 10 reps and doing a 10-second hold. So go ahead and start off on the first 2 if you haven't. And then we'll meet up at rep 3. Starting now, rep number 3. Boom. 4. Hit. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 10-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back up. Woo. 1 minute break. I'm going to take the yoga blocks out from underneath me. Yoga blocks aren't that great of a surface to sit on, to be honest, for this movement. I would suggest if you have like something more sturdy, maybe you have sturdy yoga blocks. Mine are a little soft, so they cave into each other. But maybe a box, some textbooks, whatever lets you feel, whatever floats your boat. Can you guess what structure we're opening up here? Is it my adductors? Is it my posterior chain? Is it my hip flexors? An anterior chain? Is it like these words sound like nonsense and some anatomy review would be helpful? Let me know because I don't mind breaking it down. All right, second set. Let's start it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. 1 minute break. These are really nice to access. Oh, I never told the answer. What are we opening here? We're opening up our adductors and our posterior chain. The adductors from the straddle position and the posterior chain from the spinal wave pattern down. So it's a dual hit for our last exercise. What was I going to say? Oh, these are really helpful for learning how to handstand press. I'm not here for, I can't do straddle handstand presses, but if this is the beginning of that process where you want to start with here, opening up the hips, and then you want to start with push-ups, being able to, with your hands in front of you, lift your hips off, and then eventually you get the strength to lift off and go all the way up, and that'll happen one day. All right, third set. You guys ready for it? Let's go ahead and do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, last one, 10-second hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Good job. There we go. 4 exercises for our hips. Let's do a small hip cool down. Rotations. So this is really nice that you'll see me constantly do these in between my hip exercises. We're just going to let ourselves lean back, keep our knees bent, and from here let them windshield wipe back and forth. This is just a good way to keep the fluid, the blood flow going, and give our hips some good movement nutrition. So based off of everything we did today, does anybody have any questions? Please just type them in. That's what it's all about. And I will answer them. If we do not have any questions, I'm going to finish off with a little bit of breath work. Breath work has been something that has piqued my interest the past couple of months. I've been getting to study under a number of mentors, and there is some really exciting stuff you can do when you access your breath. From being able to access uh, deeper connection with your core, awareness of your mind, and eventually even like exciting practices that are well beyond me of like regulating body temperature, adrenaline, concepts like that. A lot of which is much more explored by Wim Hof. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of Wim Hof, but check him out, the Iceman. I'm going to see if anyone has any questions. All right, it looks like we are coming near the end. So, with us having about 5 minutes left, I'm going to just spend the last 5 minutes exploring Breath of Fire and our Uddiyana Bandhas. So, if it's your first time experiencing Uddiyana Bandha or Breath of Fire, let this be a quick tutorial. I usually like to spend 30 minutes on something like this. Today, let's just explore Breath of Fire. I don't think we'll have time for both. So the Breath of Fire comes from a deep abdominal breath into the stomach and letting the breath ride so much into the stomach that the chest has minimal to none expansion. So as I'm doing so, here you can see that my breath is coming from my stomach. And as I'm creating this breath from my stomach, I want it to start going at a tempo. So this is the tempo that I normally start off with, and this tempo is how I'm going to create every exhale. So if you watch here, maintaining the tempo. So what we'll do today, with the time we have, we'll just explore 2 bouts of Breath of Fire. Roughly 50 breaths is a good place to start, finding the tempo that's comfortable for you. Before we hop into it, let's take a moment just to soften the eyes, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, inhale. Out through the mouth, exhale. 2 more breaths, inhale. Exhale. Final breath, inhale. Hold the breath at the top. And on your next exhale, exhale through the nose, beginning the Breath of Fire. Letting the breath begin to relax, coming back into a same state before we started. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Maintaining that gentle tempo. And just noticing the difference between how your mind felt before our first bout of 50 breaths and to this point. Noticing how our mind feels at this moment, letting each breath be deeper through the last. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, coming to the very top of our breath. Hold it. And on your next breath, beginning the breath of fire. Exhale through the nose. Slowing the breath down. Letting each breath be quiet. Letting the eyes be soft. And taking another moment to tune in. Tuning into how our mind feels, how our body feels, and how we connect the two. Letting the breaths remain soft. Concluding today's class, taking a moment to thank yourself for coming, for participating in all these new openings from our spine to our hips to our breath. I really thoroughly am grateful to get to teach this class. I'm always excited to get to show what movement has brought into my life and getting to share what it can bring to other people's. We are moving creatures. It's what was brought to us by birth, the opportunity to have this body, even if it's for a short period of time. And so I'm always excited to explore it and getting to show people what the experience has been for me. So thank you guys for coming. Feel free at any point throughout classes to type in questions. That's what really lets me know what you guys are experiencing. And as always, teaching this on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 o'clock. Excited for TUFAS to open back up. I'm not sure yet. They haven't communicated to me what the dates are. I think I did see something on their Instagram though. So maybe I'll get to see you guys climbing. So that'll be exciting.